And we begin. All right, after some hesitation, I have decided to switch to Neverwinter Nights 1. I'm gonna be tweeting that, I guess. Switching to Neverwinter Nights 1 Shadows of Undrentide. It's been a while. Click. Alright, so I'm not sure if I want to actually play the character I like to play or if I want to do one of the builds I've been having fun with. I recently played Hordes of the Underdark as an Arcane Archer. It's been quite cool, if a bit gear dependent. The problem with a lot of these builds, the nice power builds in the later parts of the game, is that they're powerful only because they're very gear dependent. A lot of the classes in this game are, how do we say this? They're kind of like Dota in a way. Like Chen, my main hero, is not very gear dependent. Whereas, oh, that was loud. All right, that's. Oh goodness, I turned off the volume and just blasted into my ear. Okay, let's take new Shadows of Undrentide in Chapter 1. Let's create a new character. I don't know if I want to play an actual arcane. The Arcane Archer was pretty cool, but it only really became effective in the later parts after like level 9, when I got my first Arcane Archer level. Until then, like, it's kind of painful leveling it up as a bard. I am a man, obviously. Do I want to play an Arcane Archer or a human? A human sorcerer. Not sure. Thinking about this. I want to play a character that's good from level 1 all the way to level 27, which is like the I don't know what level does Hordes of Underdark end at? I think level 25-ish, 27-ish, or 23, whatever. I want something that's actually useful from level 1 forward. So yeah, I might. No, I guess I'll play an Arcane Archer. I wanna actually try it. Let me see if I can find an archer thing. Yeah, I'll just have to go. Yeah, this one. I'll have to go with the default one. And for my Arcane Archer, I will be going Bard because elves are favored in Wizard. I cannot multi-class basically. Well, I can, but I'd have to keep the Bard levels and the fighter levels at the same level, which is kind of inconvenient. So I'm just gonna single class Bard and then transition into Arcane Archer at level 9, which is around the later parts of Shadows of Undrentide. It's gonna be tricky. Alignment, neutral good, because I can't be lawful good, which fucking sucks. Recommended. Alright. So as an Arcane Archer, I don't really need more than 12 charisma. I probably won't be cast. Well, I can cast up to 4th level spells, which means I can use 14 charisma. By the time I get there, which is like level 20, I will have had maybe a lot more charisma buffs from random item drops. So let's leave it at 12. Intelligence will be 14, so we have a lot of skill points. Constitution, not really that important. Strength is actually very important. We need this for damage. Constitution I can leave at 12, Wisdom at 10. There's a part in the Hordes of the Underdark where you actually need Wisdom. And in my last character, which I played off stream, I kept my Wisdom at 8, and I didn't have any Wisdom boosting items, so I couldn't finish that part without killing someone, which kind of sucked. So let's leave wisdom at 10. Also, wisdom is for spot and listen, so I'm not sure how useful they would be in a single player game. Search is probably the more important one. All right, so let's click packages. We will, of course, do configure package. Now, I like having money. I like being able to use any item. Tumble might be useful. I'm not sure if I should invest a lot of ranks into this. If I'm going to be an archer, I shouldn't be getting hit anyway. So I should probably just invest up to 5 skill points or maybe even 10 skill points so I can reliably hit the DC 15 to avoid opportunity attacks. Persuade, obviously, I will be taking this. This is very useful. Perform is also likewise very useful. I'm not going to be stealthy. Parry sucks. Lore is actually useful for identifying things. Heal, not that useful. Discipline, do I need this? No, actually, no, this is a trap. I can just get away with not having discipline by not getting hit. And if I'm getting hit, I'm being a bad archer. And that's all the skill points I have. Fuck. I will not be casting spells in combat. I may have some offensive spells, but if I do things right, I won't get hit casting them. Most of my spells will be buffs. I will be casting long before I enter combat, so I probably don't need that. Let's see. Yeah, that should be good enough. Bluff, I'm an honest boy. I don't lie. So that should be it. Those bards don't get intimidated. Yeah, whatever. Let's think. Okay. And now for our available feats. It's really just point blank shot at level 1. At level 3, I get rapid shot. At level 6, I think I get. What do I get at level 6? Weapon focus longbow. Yep, that's it. Alright, so recommended. It doesn't really matter. And we all got the good spells anyway. Flare sucks. It's freaking useless. Now we customize. Head. We can't have a stash because we're an elf, obviously. We're gonna be, I guess, browner than the average elf, like I am in real life, with black hair. And let's see what clothes they have. This we're gonna be an edgelord elf with a black thing, and we're gonna make him a fat elf, a thick elf. Earrings, hat. I actually can't see his hair, so let me turn green for a while. Okay. Ooh, a horned elf. That's not practical for adventuring. Neither is that. Ooh, a ninja. Whoa, there are a lot more choices than I remember. Okay, we've cycled back to the beginning. Yeah, this one seems the most practical. I'm growing my hair out IRL, and I will probably be tying it in a ponytail if I'm going to be entering combat. Okay. Alright, so let's make him older than your typical elf, because I'm older than your typical gamer human. I'm... First name, what do we call them? Dakka. You always need more Dakka. Oh, no. We can call him Moar Dakka. Yes. I am Dakka. Moar Dakka. And for his bio... I am a heavy archer guy. You always need more Dakka. Okay. Let's see which. Alright, let's click that because that seems appropriate. Okay, click play. Remote. Silver marches. Escape the past. Gasp. Realized in full. Alright, so we have a crossbow. So we're gonna equip that. Equip this leather armor. And we have our footlocker. Click. Focus crystal. This is the town portal mechanic for Shadows of Undrentide. Unlike the unlimited Stone of Recall that we had in Neverwinter Nights 1, we have limited teleportation capability, and it only lasts for Chapter 1. In the intermission in Chapter 2, you can no longer teleport. And you have to have this on your, you have to have this worn to actually use it. Equip that. This is a quality loot. I think it gives, yeah. The thin, tight-lipped old woman absolutely refused to impart the secrets of her dead husband's life to anyone until you came along. He had been quite a local hero, and you knew that his exploits could make an impressive epic ballad if only the woman would give you the details. You played a tune on your old lute, and it took all of your control to keep the old instrument from losing its tuning during the song. The woman was sufficiently impressed with your abilities and relented from her silence. Drogon obviously recognized the struggle you had with your poor old instrument, for upon completion of this test, he presented you with this new quality lute. The most surprising thing about this gift was when you recognized the magic imbued in the lute that allows you to use the powers of your performance skills to a higher extent once per day. Okay, so basically, how much is it buff perform? Perform 5. Click. Perform 5 becomes perform 6. Just plus 1. A bit disappointing, but whatever. So we have Bard Song right now at level 1. So at level 1, if you have 3 perform, at least 3 perform around level 1, it's plus 1 to attack and damage, which is nice. A good buff to our attacks. Alright, let's talk to our fellow students. Little Dorna. We have a Russian half-orc. But a goblin is an evil creature, child or no. How can I be expected to lend it aid? It was not a fair test of my abilities. Master Drogon wanted you to rescue a goblin. Why? Master Drogon tests us all more, so that we reach the potential we came to school to achieve. Your tests are more related to magic, of course, just as Xanos's are, but the goal is the same. Master Drogon is a very wise man. They say he was a great adventurer before he retired. That is what I hope to benefit from, not his wisdom. I don't know, perhaps there's a lesson in Master Drogon's test I have not yet considered. You learn in time, Misha. Don't worry about it. Thank you for your kindness, Moar. I suspect that Master Drogon will never hold me with the regard he has for you, however. Ah, who cares how the dwarf regards him? I came here to learn what I can from him, and that's all. I respect Master Drogon. He is a learned man and a great wizard. Such bootlicking makes one graduate faster than I question the worth of Master Drogon's little school. Perhaps it is the school that questions your worth, half-orc. For a paladin, you have quite a mouth on you, little girl. Moar, I heard Master Drogon saying that your final test would be coming very soon. Do you think you are ready for it? I don't know. I will see when the time comes. A reasonable answer. You are more patient than I would be in your shoes. I bet that Master Drogon will take away Moar's ring for the final test. No teleporting about for you. But Master Drogon gave us the rings to keep us safe. They've kept all of us from being killed during our training. And what better way to test if you are ready to leave the nest, eh? What do you think of that, Moar? Ready to lose your ring? If Master Drogon believes it is necessary, yes. And if Master Drogon tells you to hop about on one foot, will you do that too? Xanos is weak of constitution and constantly in need of rescuing by the ring. That's why he values it so highly, I think. Shut up, little dwarf. I notice you have no lack of focus crystals to power your precious ring. Better to be safe than sorry, I always say. You know what your final test will be, Moore. Has Master Drogon said anything to you? No, he hasn't. I have no idea what my final test will be. Excitement commences. Alright, I need to adjust the options because I have 36 frames per second. What the hell? Why is my performance so bad? I think I need to lower the quality. Oh, shadows are on. What the hell? Shadows are such a huge performance sink. Oh my goodness. Let's turn that off. Wow, it didn't change anything. What the hell? Oh my goodness, what is wrong with this? It should not let me see. I probably have to it might be because I'm using the graphics facelift mode. Let me see. Hmm. I guess there's a frame limiter, so it's trying to limit it to 18. Let's fuck it. Let's just lower it later. Click, resume. I might need to close. Actually, I don't have any other windows running. Let's use the ring. Is casting Missile Storm against kobolds. Backstab. All right, let's kill these things. Kill these things to death. Click. After let's Bard song. And start clicking things. Oh wow, I fucking missed. I didn't hit anything. Well, I didn't kill any. I didn't kill a thing. I participated. Is Master Drogon going to be alright? I don't know, to tell the truth. The fact that this poison resists curative magic disturbs me greatly. I shall try my best to aid him. I find it more than a little suspicious that some helpful stranger would show up just as these little creatures attack, eh? How rude! This lady aids us without asking for anything in return. Would you repay her with suspicion? Rude or not, I'd like an answer as well. You have remarkable timing, my lady. Of course you are suspicious. I would be as well, were I in your shoes. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ayala Windspear. Windspear! That reminds me of the Windspear Hills from Baldur's Gate. I have been following the tracks of these kobolds for almost 2 days now. I thought it odd that they would range so far from their home caves in the Nether Mountains. I never imagined they would do something like this, however. As soon as I realized they were headed for Hilltop, I came as quickly as I could, but too late. Why would anyone want to attack Master Drogon? I don't understand. I am a Harper, as is Drogon. You know what a Harper is? The Harpers is some kind of secret organization, isn't it? One that secretly meddles in the affairs of others, whether they are welcome or not. That is a viewpoint born of ignorance. We Harpers band together to fight evil wherever it arises, even though some may call it meddling. This naturally means that the Harpers have many enemies. I suspect one of them is responsible for this attack. I hope I am wrong. Oh, he's still alive. What artifacts are you talking about? When Drogon retired to Hilltop, the Harpers entrusted 4 dangerous artifacts to his care. We thought this area remote enough that they would be safe. Security by obscurity. We'll have to find out. Those artifacts are too powerful and dangerous to be left in unknown hands. I'll help in whatever way I can. That's good to hear. I will need to stay here and tend to Drogon's poison. The help I can offer is limited until he gets better. Moar, my eldest student, it is up to you. It is vital that you find these items and bring them back. You can count on me, Master Drogon. I won't fail you. Such courage, dear boy, you do me proud. This will be your final test. I know that you are ready. So much relies on you. I know you will not let me down. I cannot. Drogon, he's passed out from the pain. It's up to you then, Moar. As he said, you must recover these artifacts before they can be put to dangerous use. I will do my best. Do you have any advice? If you need assistance, think of asking Dorna or Xanos to accompany you. The others can remain here and help guard the school. I'll go with you more. Our skills will complement each other, and besides, I expect you'll need some muscle to back you up. Muscle, eh? All I see is a little dwarf with very big mouth. Better that than a big half-orc with an oversized ego. You make fun of Xanos, but you shall see. More will pick Xanos gladly, and then Xanos will laugh at you. Ha ha ha! There is also bound to be some equipment here in the school which can help you. See if you can find some. Healing equipment, especially. If you can't find potions, healing kits will have to do. As for the artifacts themselves, I can tell you what I know about them if you wish. It's not much, but it might help. Beyond that, all that remains is to go out into Hilltop and follow the trail of the kobolds. It should not be difficult. Their passing will have been noticed, I'm sure. I will help you as much as I can, but my first duty is to keep Drogon alive. Whatever this poison is inside him, I intend to fight it. How else can you help me exactly? Well, that depends. Is Drogon still using the teleportation rings he created? If you ask whether or not he still gives the rings to his students, the answer is yes. Thankfully, yes. You needn't get so excited about them, Xanos. They're just rings. You keep that smirk where I cannot see it, dwarf. These rings will save our lives plenty in the days to come. The fact that you have them is good. As I recall, the ring uses the energy of a focus crystal to pull you to Drogon in the instant before death, correct? You can also use them to voluntarily return to Drogon's side. Seeing as I'll be wherever Drogon is in both cases, we can use that to our advantage. I should be able to use the connection between the ring and the spot you came from to teleport you back there if need be. I wouldn't advise jumping back somewhere dangerous, but I will at least be able to save you some time. I'm afraid there's not much I can do to help. Do you have more crystals for the rings? No, of course not. I would imagine that Drogon has a lab around here, perhaps in his room. If we can find it, there might be a way to make more crystals. How is Master Drogon doing? Poorly. It takes all the magic I can muster to keep the poison from killing him. I will do what I can. He is a strong dwarf. I'm sure he will pull through. Is there something I can do to help Master Drogon? Yes, actually, perhaps there is. I believe the poison is a magically altered form of snake venom, perhaps from an asp or something similar. If that is the case, there may be some herbs that can speed Drogon's recovery. There is an herbalist in Hilltop who should have them. Go to the herbalist and tell him, quest, you need a tresem tongue, some charcoal, and some helmthorn berries. Then bring those back to me. I should go and get ready. Excellent. I will tend to Drogon then. Return to me when you have discovered anything. Alright, let's loot this stuff, and we will be taking Dorna with us because Xanos is fucking useless as a sorcerer. Also, Dorna has rogue skills, which will come in handy later when we need traps disarmed. Alright, let's grab Dorna. Bringing an extra pair of hands would be a good idea. Well, you know me, if you need sharp eyes to watch for ambushes or a nasty trap dealt with, I'm your girl. What do you say? I think that would be a good idea. Great, we'll have Master Drogon's artifacts back in no time, and maybe pick up a coin or two for ourselves along the way. Let's go. Is your starting class cleric or rogue? You are a rogue. I want you to remain a rogue. Okay, let's stop and talk for a moment. I want to discuss your training. Yes, there's nothing like real experience on the road to progress your training. I am currently progressing as both a cleric of Vergadane as well as a rogue in equal measure, more or less. Concentrate on rogue training only. Very well. I'm sure my skills will come in handy once I have had some practice time. Is there anything else you want before we continue on our journey? No, that's it. All right. I don't plan on taking Xanos because Xanos sucks, but in case I do, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm going to head out and look for Master Drogon's stolen artifacts, but he suggested I take someone with me. And you think I should accompany you? You think that I want to retrieve these artifacts from Master Drogon? Yeah, I think you do. Very well then. Xanos shall accompany you in this task. Drogon will likely reward us well when we succeed. So I'm going to dismiss Dorna and recruit Xanos. Come with me. So I'm going to talk to him. Let's stop and talk for a moment. Discuss your training. Barbarian, concentrate on your martial studies. Perhaps I should study as you have suggested. Yes, that would be wise. Alright, so now, cast a spell. Mage armor. No, I'm actually gonna not take him. I'm just gonna take Dorna. Come with me. Alright. So, before I turn in for the night, I'm gonna just search the place and take whatever stuff I can. We can sell this for money, I guess. I don't think the meat is actually used for anything. There is this, though. Drogon's lab is downstairs. If you kept the artifacts anywhere, it would have been there. It's well guarded, however. I've never been able to sneak into it, so I wonder how they could have. Hehe, you don't know how to get past the ward. Reese does. Oh my, what is this? Is it another kobold come to wreak havoc in Master's things? Well, Reese will fight them. Yes, she will. She will protect her Master's things this time. No. It is someone I recognize. Gladdens my heart. Yes, it does. Hello there, Moar. Hello, Reese. How are you? I am still being Reese. Oh, yes. I'm not dead. That is a good thing. But you should be knowing that kobolds stole Master's stuff. Yes, they did. What more you cannot help, for they are gone, and that is sad. But Reese feels something is wrong with the Master. Tell me what happened to him, please. Oh, please. I don't lie. Master Drogon was poisoned by the kobolds. Oh no, poor Master, poor Reese. If Master dies, then Reese will be all alone. Reese should go up to Master, yes she should. But Master wanted Reese to stay down in his laboratory. Oh yes? That is what he said, and Reese must obey kind Master. Oh, Moar, Reese feels terrible right now. Maybe if we talk a bit, you will make me feel better. Yes, yes, I love to talk. Do you want to hear a riddle? Tell me your riddle. Oh, yes, yes, my riddle. A fine choice for a fine man. Here is my riddle. A woman has 5 children, and half of them are sons. Is this possible? Yes. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, it is true. Reese thinks you are smarter than you look, or else very lucky. It is true if the other half of the children are also males. She must have 5 boys. It is a trick, see. I never said the other half were not boys. Do you want to talk about something else? I want to ask you some questions. And try not to answer in riddles, little pest. Your mind is like a young puppy chasing its tail in circles with no idea what it would do if it caught up and took a bite. Reese hears a voice, but she does not see where it is coming from. Could it be a ghost? Oh wait, way down there, it is a voice from a bump in the ground. Reese did not know that small lumps of dirt could speak. No, she did not. Alright, that'll be enough out of both of you. Oh, more, Dorna and Reese talk like this to each other all the time. It is only playful banter, nothing more. Questions are not as good as riddles, unless the questions are riddles, but you ask and I will try to answer. Can you tell me exactly what the kobolds did? Oh, it was terrible. Yes, it was. I was just having a nap and dreaming about a lovely meadow filled with flowers and butterflies. It was wonderful, Moore. Yes, it was. Do you have dreams like that? Yes, but please get to what happened. Well, I was woken by a dreadful noise and I immediately turned invisible. When I saw that dreadful kobolds were in the house, I thought Master Drogon would come here right away. I saw them coming to the laboratory and I knew they could not get across, and I thought it was going to be such fun watching them from behind the magic circle. I was about to appear to them and taunt them, yes, I was, but then they stopped and you would not believe what they did. No, you would not. They threw dust in the circle. What did that do? It must have been magic dust, oh yes, or it would not have worked. No, no, no. Stupid kobolds walked right over the symbol and looted all of Master's things. Well, maybe not all of his stuff. No, no, there be some stuff left. Little bits of stuff that stupid kobolds not think would be important, or no could find. What did you do when the kobolds crossed the barrier? Oh, shame on Reese. Shame, shame, shame. I hid. I was so scared and thought they were powerful kobolds, for they were the first to pass Master's magic. Now Master will never trust Reese again. Oh no, he will not. Now Master will dismiss Reese and she will have to leave and return to her home in disgrace. Except that Master is very loving, and maybe Reese can earn back his trust by never letting anyone in ever again. Yes, 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 that is it. Reese will be the best guard ever. How do I get into the laboratory? Oh, Reese no can tell you that. No, no, no. Master never tells anybody that except for Reese, and now Master is upset. Oh, yes, he is. Reese can feel it. Yes, yes, yes. Master trusted Reese to protect his treasures, and now Reese has failed. Never will Reese fail Master again. You know, ask to get in anymore. No, no, no. Surely you can trust me to go in. No, what are you? Stupid like Kobold? Me said no, and me said me no. But wait, Reese knows what is going on. Yes, she does, and you will not be tricking her, nasty little Kobold. What are you talking about? You must be a kobold in disguise. That is what I mean. You will not be getting past me, nor will I bring the treasure to you. Unless, maybe if Reese could test you, then maybe she could bring you Master's items. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe Reese could ask you riddles. That would be good. Yes, it would. Ask me your riddles. You answered one riddle correctly already. Yes, you did. So Reese will just give you 2 more riddles to answer because she is kind and caring. Yes, she is. A prisoner is going to be killed and is told by executioner that him must make one statement. If his statement be true, then him will be drowned. If his statement be false, him will be hanged. That's easy. Confuse the executioner not be killed at all. I will be hanged because if it's true, then he should be drowned. But if he's drowned, he's not hanged. Yeah, I will be hanged. Yes, 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 yes. That is the thing to say. Then the executioner cannot hang you, or you told the truth and he should drown you. If him drowns you, then you lied and should be hanged. You be pretty smart, much smarter than Kobold, I am thinking, but kobolds turn out to be smarter than me, thought, when them break Master's ward. This is a hard riddle, so you should take your time to figure it out. Yes, you should. Are you ready? Yes. There be an island which is deserted. Yes, it is. This island has 4 fruit trees, each with a different kind of fruit. There be a group of wizards who visit the island each year, for they like it. Yes, they do. Each wizard eats 2 types of fruits, but each group of 2 trees can only have 1 wizard in common, which means only 1 wizard can eat from the apple tree and the pear tree. So, What you must be telling me is how many wizards belong to this group. It's basically a square. There are 4 trees, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you draw a square with 1, 2, 3, 4, and then diagonal 6. There are 6 of them. That is very smart of you to know that. It took Risi a long time to figure that one out. I guess you must be who you seem to be, and I will have to trust you to help Master. I will go and fetch the items for you from my secret hiding place. Risi hopes you will really help Master more. Alright, continue. Ooh, focus crystals. Room key. Nice. You take this and help Master. I worry about him much. Oh yes, I do. Good luck be with you, Moar. You will need it. Yep, I don't think you can actually enter that place. Alright, let's go back upstairs. And let's go to the second floor. We got focus crystals now. Here's a container. Oh, that's the divining pool. It's a fun item. It's a fun thing in Neverwinter Nights. If you drop quest items, you can go to the divining pool to basically recover them. Okay. This is Misha's room, your room, Dorna's room. Oh, I have the key to my footlocker. If you can grab my stuff for me. Really? Okay, let's grab that. That's her stuff. Hand axe, battle axe. I actually want you to use this instead of your hand axe. Dorna's short sword. And I don't want her to dual wield, so hopefully she will stick to that configuration. This is Xanos' footlocker. An engraved plate inside the front cover of the book identifies it as the property of Xanos Misarmos, one of your fellow apprentices, which is unsurprising considering that this is his room. The book seems to concern the histories and deeds of powerful sorcerers who had a lasting effect on the lands of Faerun. Several passages have been underlined and have cryptic notes in the margin. Without exception, those noted sections deal with sorcerers who use their magic to gain control of some city or kingdom. This is foreshadowing for the second chapter, where we will be going to Undrentide, one of the ancient flying cities of Netherrealm. My room. There's an extra room here. I don't know what this extra room is for, but it has like some weird stuff, like 101 Tales of Adventure. Empty bottle, like some random stuff. I don't know what that's for, but I'm just gonna loot it to sell it. Alright, so let's go inside the room. I don't know if you can ever open this. I don't think this chest is something that can ever be opened. Alright, chest, penelope. Potion. Gonna grab our supplies and get ready for adventure. What the hell? Oh, we got stuck. Supply chest. Okay, alchemist fire, bottles, random stuff. Medical supplies. Got it. Oh, here's some weapons. Ooh. Eyes of the Eagle. Let's put that on. The shield. Heavy crossbow. I guess we can. Well, let's grab the longbow. Arrows. We can grab that to sell. Longsword and battle axe. We can use the longsword. Basically, yeah, let's grab this large shield. That will be useful for us. Small shield, I guess I can give it to Dorna so she has something to use. Oh, can you not use shields? Interesting. Are rogues not allowed to use shields? Apparently not. Alright, so where is the longsword? There's the longsword. So let's unequip this dagger. And this will be our, I guess, melee loadout, which is probably decent-ish if somebody gets close to us. But this is going to be our ranged loadout, the longbow. We're gonna take advantage of our elven proficiencies, which give us longsword, rapier, longbow, and shortbow. It's nice. This is the item you use in the campaign to make crystals. This alchemist's slab is where Master Drogon creates the focus crystals that power the rings he gives to his apprentices. He showed you once how to operate it. How do I create a focus crystal? Each focus crystal requires one quartz crystal combined with any two of the following gems: Phenolope, Adventurine, Fluorspar, or Amethyst. Okay. Quartz, Adventurine. There we go. Amethyst also works. Okay, let's put an amethyst there. Are there any more? Yeah, I don't have any. I'm just going to leave that there and come back for it some other time. I think I already looted these two. Yes, I did. Okay, let's go. Switching to longbow. And yeah, I might have some time to go out. It is getting late though. I probably should be leaving, but okay, I guess I have some time. This is my day off after all, and I don't need to go to work until like what? Oh shit! Dorna, help! Oh wow, she created them. 115. Whoa, that's nice XP. Heck yeah. Oh, there's a rat. You aggro the rat. Let's shoot that thing. Got it. I'm a pro sniper. Oh shit. Switch. Got it. There we go. Switch back to bow and arrow. What's this? Tracks. You're unable to determine what creature made these tracks or any information about them. Yeah, I'm not a ranger. Yeah, sure. There's like kobolds here, I think. Got him. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for my character to keep shooting. There we go. Got him. We did it, Reddit. We did it. Is there any loot? Nope, they don't drop anything. I think we're like close to leveling up, which is nice. Is there anything here on this side? Nope, it's just barren area. There's like a dead kobold there. I suppose I have the time right now. What is it? Well, it's just that this is a big thing. We're leaving everything behind to find these kobolds and artifacts we didn't even know about. I don't even know where to start. All I can think about is Master Drogon lying there. You'll be fine. We'll make sure of it. Sure, you've progressed farther than all of us, so you're not worried at all. I have a couple doubts, I guess, but I trained hard too. Master Drogon has always been a good teacher. I owe it to him to try my best to help him. And if you make a little gold along the way, all the better. You know, Moar, I was thinking a little about that myself. I'm not above pocketing a few coins here and there, just so long as we get the job done. That's the way of Vergadane. A little luck, a little skill, and a little bit of something for yourself in your pocket at the end of the day. We've talked enough, I think. The sooner we head out, the sooner Master Drogon is better, and we can count up the spoils. Let's go. Alright, so... I suppose I have the time right now. What is it? I just had a flash in memory as we entered Hilltop. It's a lot different now, that's for sure. Kobolds everywhere. Must have been a big fight. I'd have fought hard too. I don't think the people had much of a choice. They may have been on their home turf, but I doubt they had Master Drogon's skill to draw on. Nothing they could do but pick up a shovel and hope for the best. Looks like they did alright. Well, relatively. People still died. Just like at the school. Just like at the school. I'll make these kobolds pay. Things aren't that grim yet. Master Drogon could still pull through if we get back the stolen artifacts. Get mad, sure, but stay on track too. Let's scout around a bit more. We'll fight through a few stragglers and pick up a few coins, all while looking like heroes to the locals. I like the way you think. Come on, let's get moving. We've a lot left to do. Oh, what's this? Pile of stones. Nothing. Alright, so this is the blacksmith lady, I believe. Fiona. This heavy-set female is Fiona the Smith. Her rather bawdy sense of humor is often the subject of much discussion among the more prim and proper females of Hilltop. Yep. Ah, one of Drogon's students. Always nice to see your young face in here. Now, which one are you again? I'm kidding, Moore. Do not get such a sour face. I have not forgotten you. I'm not so old as all that. Now, are you here to buy something or just for a visit? I'd like to see your goods. I do hope you mean my inventory, not my massive bosom. Sorry, all jokes are the best. Okay, let's actually wait for level. Oh no, we can sell them now. Fuck it. Oh, she can buy traps. Nice. Money. I know for a fact we don't need those items. Sell that, sell that. Sell, sell. Sell. I don't drink alcohol. I don't use thieves' tools. I can't really use that. I don't really need this. Neither do I need this. Quality loot. Fuck it. Let's sell that. Sell. Journal. Yeah, I guess we might hang on to this. Actually, we don't need that. Fuck that. Scare. No, no. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, we got a nice bit of money. Don't need that. Can we buy a composite longbow? Yeah. No, because she doesn't have any bows. Fuck. Oh, that's fine. Chain shirt is medium armor. It's 2, that's 4. Whoa. Buy a breastplate? Oh, breastplate is like 5-2. I have 16. Scale mails is also 4-4. Ah, we'll be fine. Let's not waste our money yet for now. We'll have more money later. Now, if I recall correctly, the quest asked me to go to the herbalist shop. Fargan, herbalist. Oh, wipe your feet before you come in. Hey, it's an animal companion. Bathsheba is Fargan's animal companion, a powerful winter wolf bitch, and the dominant canine in Hilltop. Ah, more, is it? It's good to see you're unharmed. A nasty business with these kobolds. I hope that Master Drogo is well also. That's exactly why I'm here. He's been poisoned. Of course, I'll help if I can. What is it I can do? I need some herbs, Tresson tongue, charcoal, and helmthorn berries. I do have some Tresson tongue and charcoal on me. Here, take them. No charge, of course. As for helmthorn berries, you could try asking Mara at the tavern if she still has some. I sold her the last of my stock a week ago. I'll try that, thanks. Is there something else I can do for you more? I'd like to see what you have in stock. Certainly, as you're a student of Drogon's, naturally I'll give you a good deal on any of my merchandise. Do you have any bows? You have a longbow, but it's just a normal longbow. Okay. So our next stop is the tavern. I'm gonna talk no jutsu my way through this. Look at this place. Those damnable kobolds tore in here a while ago looking for a fight, and now they've barricaded themselves in the kitchen. Do you need some help? We certainly do. The problem is that they're holding my cook hostage in there. If we try to push past the barricade, they'll kill her for certain. I'll see what I can do. Thank you, Moore. Just please make sure Mara isn't hurt. Yep, who you be? We want no more fights. Yep, yep. You let us go, or we kills Cookwoman. You hear that? You let us go. We no fight. We takes Cookwoman with us. We smart, not tricks us. Attempt to fascinate the kobolds. Sure, why not? Ooh, looks at all the pretty lights. Quick, get them now while they're distracted. Oh, okay. We're just gonna kill them to death? Well, Alright, that works too. Nice. Level up, ding. Bard. So we're just gonna put it in the same areas. Persuade, perform, lore, and that's it. Get flare. Now we have first level spells. Guess mage armor is nice. We can cast it on door now. Sleep is also pretty useful. Well, yeah, actually, it's pretty useful. We can end a few fights immediately with sleep, but I'm actually thinking about this. Identify might be useful, but no, let's grab protection from alignment and summon creature. Yeah, let's get summon creature. That should be useful. Hurrah, Mara is saved. We killed them to death. Ooh, Herc's dagger, vampiric regeneration 1. Interesting. Great. Meat. Cook pot. Helmthorn berries. A handful of indigo berries. Helmthorn berries are tart in flavor and often used in winemaking. They also can be used in the preparation of certain restorative potions. Pieces of charcoal. A handful of small ground up pieces of charcoal, known for their neutralizing qualities when it comes to poisons. Helmthorn berries, belladonna, empty bottle, empty bottle. Tressym tongue. The tressym is a winged cat about the size of a house cat with a pair of feathered, leathery wings, well known for their immunity to poison. Their tongues are well known for their poison immunity qualities. Wow, you cut off the tongue of a flying cat. I am disappointed. Okay, so after we've robbed them, let's talk to Mara. Thank you so much for rescuing me. It's very fortunate you came along. I was certain those little beasts were going to kill me. It was nothing. You're welcome. Is there something I can do for you more? Do you have anything to eat around here? With the kitchen in such a mess, no, I'm afraid not. You'll have to come back after the tavern reopens if you want something. Jeez, the bubbling cauldron cook. What is this? Ooh, amethyst. We can use that to make more crystals. Well, the kobolds are all dead. At least it's over now. At any rate, Mara is alive, and that's what's important. All I have to do is clean this mess up and try to get things back to normal. Alright, cool. So I guess let's go to the city hall, community hall. The mayor, Veront Shuttlescombe. Robert Drogon and his big heroes of the villagers were getting murdered. So much for relying on them for help. Sir, you are talking to one right now. I don't know what you're talking about, Hannah. This is just my old friend Pat. I wish you would just go lie down and rest, sir. What is this? Hanaya is a half-elf who came to Hilltop only a short time ago. Her assistance to the mayor has led to improvements in the town. She has always been very friendly to you and the other students. Moore, it is good to see you. I was about to send someone down to check on everyone at Master Drogon's. I'm afraid events are far out of hand around here. Hanaya, did I ever tell you how helpful you are? You're the best, Hanaya. Simply the best. Thank you, sir. You are a very good boss, too, usually. Is he drunk? I found the mayor this way in his home after the kobold attack. He was hiding in his cellar with two empty wine bottles beside him. I think the stress of the attack was simply too much for him and he lost control. I just hope he will be better when he sobers up. I know it frightened me. Luckily, I was here and there were enough local farmers and townsmen to hold the kobolds off. They mostly just ran past when they saw how many were in here. So is everyone alright at the school? We were attacked by the kobolds and Master Drogon has been poisoned. Not Master Drogon, oh I can hardly afford to lose him. I was desperately hoping that he could help me deal with all the problems that have cropped up after the attack. I suppose that sounds awfully selfish of me, but I have only been here a short time and now the mayor is completely useless. Anaya's been like a daughter to me, I tell you, Moore. No, better than a daughter. Oh, Moore, good to see you. When did you get here? Oh, Moore, what do I do? I am here to help you, Hanaya. Thank goodness you are still well, Moore. I know Master Drogon holds you in high esteem, and you have always been kind to me since I came to Hilltop. The biggest problem right now is with Piper. Small surprise there. He has always claimed to have prophetic abilities, but now people are beginning to listen. A couple of days ago, Piper claimed that death was coming in the dark and that only the chosen would survive. An old farmer, Hole Halstrom, called him an idiot, and Piper claimed Hole would be dead within a week. Let me guess, Hole was killed by the kobolds. Hole's body was found near the edge of the village, with his throat slit so deep his head was barely attached to his body. Piper has a number of people convinced that the kobolds are just messengers for a new powerful god. I stopped listening to him at that point. Piper is spreading panic and chaos in our village, something we can ill afford if we are to rebuild and possibly fortify ourselves. I will speak to Piper for you. Would you really, Moore? That would be such a relief. I'm not asking you to hurt him or anything like that, but if he would just stop or go away, it would make my job much simpler. Is there anything I can do to help you? I could use a little encouragement. At the risk of sounding a little brazen, Moore, if we get through these days and things can return to normal, I promise you a night of encouragement you will never forget. There is an image that will take me years to wash from my mind. Disgusting. Oh dear, did that mean for you to overhear that? But with all the problems we face right now, there's little else I can focus on. Is there anything else I can do for you? That is all. Goodbye. Farewell, Moore. Spoiler alert, we don't hook up with her. Let me see. Can I actually kill this person? Yep. We get XP for using our healing skills. And it's funny, I have to take this off because bards have arcane spell failure and light armor in 3rd edition. Thank you for healing me. Nice. Are there more injured people? Nope. Dorna, do your thing. Alright, open the things. I guess we're just gonna grab their supplies. Alright. You can't unlock this? There you go. Dorna's way more useful than Xanos. He's not that worse in a fight. Not that much, worse than Xanos in a fight, but she has skills like unlocking things and disarming things. Does she have used magic device? I wonder. She does. So she might eventually be able to wear the haste robes, the monks of the dark moon robes, which give haste, which can only be worn by monks. But if you have used magic device, you can use them. Guildford. My back hurts from all the bending and healing I have done this day. Not that I would complain. Servants of Ilmater never complain. It is part of the canon. Greetings, Moore. How may this servant Ilmater assist you? Can I see what items you have for sale? Boots of the Sun Soul. Nice. So my used magic device is high enough to use these boots already. Interesting. You have robes of the dark moon? No, you do not. Heart of Neely. 3 charges per use, so Q moderate was 3 times. Alright, so I guess we have a quest now. Deal with Piper. Hanaya, the mayor's assistant, has asked that Piper, a self-proclaimed prophet, be quieted. She would like you to handle it without violence if possible. But for now, let us rest, because I'm out of spells. Also, I guess it brings it up to Bard's Song level 2. At level 2, we get +2 to will saves. Level 3, another +2 damage rolls, which is nice. I think Piper is right here. And in the 8th hour of the 3rd night, death came in the dark and left a swath of unbelievers to rot on the ground. It was a message, a portent of the new god who comes to the land. For the unbelievers, he will come as a dark giant with fiery eyes and an unending thirst for blood. But for those who believe, he shall be the gentle cowherd who protects his followers. I don't want to die. I shall follow this new god. What is his name? That has not been revealed to me yet, but follow me and do as I say, and the god who arises shall look on you favorably. What lies you spread! I will listen to no more of your foolishness, Piper. Then damnation be upon your head, fool woman. You will be dead within the week. This much the new god has shown me. Last month this prophet told me that my future was carved in stone, and even a hard heart could not prepare me. Let us not linger near him long. Even you, Moar, shall have to choose. Will you doom yourself and die like Farmer Hall? Will you repent of your ways and follow me? I need to speak to you in private on behalf of the mayor. There is nothing that godless old fool could have to say to me that my followers cannot also hear. Go on then and make your threats. Do not forget the fate of those who mock me. Forget not the death of whole Halstrom. Push me, shove me, kick me, beat me. I shall rise again, stronger than ever, to proclaim the coming of the new god. Try to drive the truth from his village at the peril of your own soul. I think you have done all you can for Hilltop. Others need to be warned. You may be right. The others of this town will not turn from their dark paths. But where would I go? Who needs to know of the coming god? Neverwinter always has troubles. Perhaps they need your wisdom. Neverwinter, yes, I had heard they are troubled by a plague. Surely that is the work of the new god to weed out the evil in that city. That is fairly far away, and I need provisions for such a trip. And how will I live when I get there? No, it is too difficult. I will stay here. The gods will provide for one as righteous as you. Talk the jutsu. Such fair dealing from you. Perhaps you really are a believer. I must make haste. Others need me. So basically, I just talked him into leaving the village, and he's probably going to die in the wilderness. I just basically sent that man to his death using talk no jutsu. Heck yeah. So let's turn in this quest. You are back again. Does this mean that friend Piper is willing to settle down or go away? Piper is no longer a problem. I am impressed. I was wondering if anyone had the patience to deal with him. Here is your reward. When Hol's widow heard that you were going to quiet Piper, she gave me an extra 10 gold to add to it. You are definitely deserving of it more. I could use a little encouragement. Okay, I guess it's, yeah, no new dialogue. All right. This seems like a good spot to end the session. So we got the cure. Actually, no. Cure for Drogon. Let's actually teleport back home. Let's give this to Ayala. No, but I do have some of the herbs you asked for. Thank the gods. Let me see what you have. Good, good. I have all the herbs I need for Drogon now. Thank you, Moar. You've managed wonderfully. There, that should do it. Hopefully we will see some kind of improvement soon. Is there something I can help you with then? Can you teleport me somewhere? I need to go back to the last place I used the ring. Are you certain? If you left danger in the spot you came from, it will still be there. I would not want you to waste crystals unnecessarily. Yes, I want to go. All right, I should be able to pick up the location for your ring. Yes, good. It's within range. One moment, please. Convenience. All right, so let us do the saving thing. Let's see. Let's play Shadows of Shadows of Undrentide. 1. Actually, I'm curious. How did I name the stream? Let's go to the stream manager. What is my title? Shadows of. Okay, I did spell it correctly. Let's play Shadows of Undrentide 1. Save. All right, that's it. Okay, so I made it to level 2 as an Arcane Archer. Well, I'm still only a Bard, but once I reach level 9, I will be an Arcane Archer. If I remember, this game only goes up to level 11 or level 12 before you transition to Hordes of the Underdark. Um, yeah, it's late at night right now. It's already 11:48 p.m. So I will be seeing you folks some other time. I've commissioned an artist to do an intro art for me, an intermission art, and an ending art for my stream. But she's busy and she's sick, so hopefully she'll finish it sometime. Until then, this has been Dale Ketter, and thank you for joining me in this game. Good night.